season so far can be summed up with huge positivity. We've got more points than we've ever had in a Premier League campaign, and we're higher up the table than we ever have been at this stage of the season. Of course, our away form has been, I guess, the hot topic throughout the season, and it is quite baffling to see how a side who can be so strong at home can be really so very, very poor away from home. But at the end of the season, it doesn't really matter where the points come from, it's what points are on the board. So I'm hugely encouraged this season. I think we've done a good job. You could say they are, in the sense that mathematically it's not over yet, and we're not yet towards that magic 40-point mark. Saying that, I'm not entirely sure that 40 points is going to be needed this season, and we sit at the moment 5 points clear the relegation spot with just 4 games to go. If we lose this weekend and both Hull and Swansea win, then I will start to get a little bit worried, because the gap will then have dropped down to 2, and I think we're in really, really trouble. But at the moment, assuming that results this weekend go the way that it's expected to, then Burnley should still be 5 points clear with just 3 games remaining. It's going to be a tight finish, but I think we've probably done enough just to stay up now. Joey Barton. We knew this day was coming. We've been expecting a ban for most of the season. To be fair, I don't think any of us were expecting an 18-month ban, and sadly I think this may be the end of Joey's career. Joey's been an absolutely model professional for the Clarets. He's not stepped out of line at any point, and he has really conducted himself well with us. He pretty much dragged that squad into the Championship champions last season, and we are hugely, hugely grateful for what he's done for us at our club. We wish him all the best. Unfortunately, that's the end of Joey's run now, and we'll see what happens to him now. We'll see what career he takes, but we have got cover in midfield, so we won't be too concerned about his loss, but it's just a shame that his career's ended this way, really. Burnley have got threats all over the pitch, really. I mean, it's quite a hard one to say who Palace players should be worried about, because we haven't really found a way to make it work away from home yet. So we've been quite cautious, I think. I think Darch has been perhaps too negative away from home and has been very much trying to play for a draw, and it hasn't really ever paid off. We do have a couple of players. Andre Gray, when he's in form, is fast, he's strong. Watch out for a lovely little pass over his shoulder which just drops down and lets him run on towards a goal. That's his signature trademark move, I guess, and I guess that'll be one to look out for. Jeff Hendrick in the centre and Robbie Brady both play really, really well, and they're ones who can pull a pass together. If Stephen Defoe plays in the absence of Joey Barton, then he's really one to watch. He's a fantastic talent, and one who, unfortunately, we've not seen enough of this season. But if he plays, he can create something out of nothing, and he's a real joy to watch. Turning to the Palace side, it'd be very easy to say Benteke obviously is the one to watch out for. It's maybe a slightly lazy answer. I think Zaha is probably the one that we're more worried about. He's very, very fast, and he rung absolute rings around Kyle Walker at the weekend. So I think that he's one that, if we give him any space, is one that can absolutely tear our midfield apart, and I'm a little bit worried about him. I can't bring myself to predict a Burnley loss. I'm sorry, no matter what happens. I know that the odds are stacked against us, and I know that we're rubbish away from home, and Palace are on this incredible run that's got them safe after it all looked like it was all going wrong this season. But I just can't bring myself to predict a Burnley loss, so I'm going to say that Burnley are going to get a 1-1 draw.